Today we are going to study specialization in sales organization. So till date we have studied line sales organizational structure, line and staff sales organizational structure, then functional sales organizational structure, and horizontal sales organizational structure. So uh, today's video is very interesting, and today we are going to study specialization in sales organizational structure. So companies expand in order to increase the effectiveness of their sales force. So always you will see companies try to expand, try to diversify, to utilize their full sales force, to increase the sales, to generate the profit, to make the organization more sustainable. The basis of this specialization are factors such as geography, product, market, and combination of all these three. So today's organization, they are expanding on the basis of geography. They are expanding on the large product lines which they have, or they are expanding on the basis of the type of customer, different types of customers they have. Like they have government as a customer, they have B2B industry as a customer in organizational customer, they have wholesaler and retailers, dealers as their customers, or they can have combination of these. So today organizational structure can be decided on the geography. Organizational structure can be based on the different types of products that particular organization has, or different types of group of customers. So you can prepare sales organizational structure on the basis of geography. You can prepare sales organizational structure on the basis of different types of products lines you have, or you can prepare your sales organizational structure on the basis of different types of group of customers you have. One group is of government organization. If you are supplying to the government, one group is for the industrial products or industries or B2B segment. If you are selling your product to other companies, and one group will be for the end customers or the wholesaler or the to the retailer. So on the basis of the what is important for you is the geography is important to you. Geographical expansion is important to you. You will then select the geographical uh, sales organizational structure. Then if you want to get specialization in different product, if you think that your employee should get skills in that particular specific product, and if you want to achieve excellence in that particular product, then you can go with product specialized organizational structure. Or if your focus is customer orientation, customer satisfaction, if you think that customer is the king and we should understand him in better way, then you can go for the customer segmentation organizational structure, or market specialized organizational structure. Or one more option you have, you can have combination of all these. So today we are going to study geographic specialization. Now, each salesperson is assigned a geographic area and is made responsible for all selling activities. So, each person in that particular organization is handling some or the other territory. So, a big companies, a big countries like India, you should go ideally with the geographic specialization, because in India we have a very could define, every country has defined their areas properly, but in India, uh, uh, we have population all over the India. We have a very huge population in the north region, we have very huge population in the east region, we have very huge population in the west region, we also have huge population in the south region, and there are various centers, there are capitals, there are districts. They are properly managed, they are properly distinct, so that it is very easy to manage geographically based organizational structure. It is very easy. Immediately you can allot one person to particular geography, and your organizational structure is ready. A reasonable number of salespeople are placed under territory manager. So if you see, If you are taking district, so one district may be of very high population. In uh, Maharashtra, Mumbai region is very much populated. Pune region is very much populated. Thane region is very much populated. Nagpur region is very much populated. Nashik region is very much populated. So, in these high populated districts, you can assign more number of salespeople, and the territories like Chandrapur, then uh, Gadchiroli, where very few population is there, very less population is there. There you can appoint less territory manager, or maybe a rural area that in that area you can appoint less manager, territory manager. So you can handle in that way. The territory sales manager is generally called branch sales manager, area sales manager, district sales manager, or regional sales manager. So you start appointing your sales manager as per the geography or as per the area. Companies often have two or three levels of territory sales manager. So there are two or three or four hierarchies like global sales head, national sales head, regional sales head or regional sales manager, then district sales manager or branch sales manager or area sales manager, and below that we have sales manager, below that we have sales people. So there are three, four hierarchy: national, global sales head, global sales manager, national sales manager, state sales manager or regional sales manager, and then district sales manager, then sales people we have. So there are three to four hierarchies we have. There is a trend towards regionalization and localization. So today, what companies are saying, we have to understand that particular area, we have to understand that particular demography, we have to understand that particular culture, language, region, religion, ethics. If we could able to understand that particular ethics, sorry, culture, then only we can able to solve the problem. So if you are, if you have a company in India, and if you want to sell the product in Russia, in particular state, so until and unless you understand the people in that particular state, their culture, their tradition, their beliefs, you cannot able to sell the product. The next is the national market is subdivided into regional market based on ethnic or demographic segmentation with different promotional strategies for each region. So depending upon the importance of that particular geography, culture of that particular geography, demographic features of that particular geography, ethnic characteristics of that particular geography, we start deciding how we should allocate salespeople to that particular territory, how much importance we should give to that particular territory. Many companies now have local marketing manager to support local sales efforts at regional and district levels. So additionally, companies are putting local marketing managers to take care of that particular territory. Area market managers help the company's marketing plan and strategies to adjust to the local needs. So the managers which we have, they are trying to adapt to the culture of that particular local market. They prepare regional district plans for selling all the products of the company. So area sales manager, they understand the importance, they understand the tradition, they understand the culture of that particular local area, the need of the people staying in that particular area, and then they make changes in their marketing plan, promotional plan, advertisement plan. The advantages of the geographical organizational structure is better market coverage. So as you know, as you have a map, so where you are doing good, where you are doing poor, where you are performing better, where you are performing poor, where you are performing the best, you can easily calculate by sales number. Then you have better control over the sales force, because you can move person to other geography. Suppose your Kolkata sale is not happening properly, if your Delhi sale is not happening properly, so you can appoint there your best sales people to increase your sale. Then superior customer service. You can give very good customer service by using geographical organizational structure, because you can appoint one service manager for particular area. Then quick response to the local conditions and competition. As we have focused on particular geographical area, so if there is any change in the taste and preferences of that particular area, that geography, that we can easily understand and we can make the changes. So this is the type of organizational structure we have. We have sales head at the all India level. For the entire nation, for entire India, we have national head marketing. Below that, we have sales manager, which is assisted, we, which is general sales manager, or the regional sales manager is getting help from promotion department, training department, research department, and the national head is is having authority over regional sales manager north, east, west, and south. National sales manager typically has four different regional managers, four regional sales manager RSM. So they are reporting to the national head, and these RSMs are mostly north, east, south, west. And in that particular area, north, east, south, west, we have different districts, and these different districts are reporting to the regional areas, regional sales manager RSM. And below that we have salespeople. So this is very easy to understand. We have to divide the territory in north, south, east, west, and then we have to appoint the sales manager. And every country has their map, geographical map, population demographical map. So that map can be used to appoint your salespeople in that particular geography. So that the basic aim is we have to cover the entire nation. Then what are the disadvantages of the geographical sales organization? This means each district sales manager is made responsible to work on local sales promotion, advertising, and information collection. So sales manager is working as a for the promotional campaign, advertisement campaign, research work. So sales manager is not efficient for the generating sales, because he has to perform a lot of activities. So in area sales manager, there is a drawback that the manager is, if you don't have staff positions, if you don't have more staff positions, then sales manager will be overburdened. Then next is, therefore a geographical sales organization is often combined with the market or product sales organization. So mostly companies are adding one more specialization to the geographical specialization, because all the organization, all big organization, all FMCGs in India, they are following geographical organization structure. But in addition to that, they are also trying to adopt, trying to keep either market specialization or product specialization. Example: Campbell Soup Company changed its sales organization from product specialization to geographical organization structure specialization, basis in order to achieve the objectives of better service to the retailers, lower selling costs, and simplifying its sales operation. So there is a Campbell Soup Company which was using product specialization organizational structure, but they have a problem in providing service to the retailers, to reduce the selling cost and to uh, increase the sales operation. So when they change themselves to geographical organizational structure, then they can able to focus more on geographies. They automatically started focusing more on wholesaler and retailer. Selling cost will decrease because there is line authority. Then sales operation become very easy, because every we started we make responsible sales manager to that to particular territory, particular area. So that's why the sales operation becomes very simple. Then there is one more company, EDR company. which has 5 different product divisions with the 5 divisional managers along with the respective sales manager and salespeople. This resulted in 5 Campbell salespeople calling on retail stores who were dissatisfied with the service. Geographical sales organization helped the company achieve objective as stated above. So there is a company called EDR company which decided that we should have product specializational organizational structure. So they have 5 products. So they have 5 different product managers, and they are taking care of the entire customer base. So whenever there is a problem with the any particular retailer or wholesaler, then all these 5 product managers are calling one by one, or they are calling as per their convenience. So the that customer is getting 5 different call, that wholesaler is getting 5 different call, that retailer is getting 5 different calls. So they becomes confused, they become frustrated, they become irritated. If you have more sales, more product organization, if you have more products in your organization, if you have many different product lines, and if you are appointed uh, a dedicated product manager, so everybody will start calling again and again to the same customer. So it will also increase the cost, it will also increase the dissatisfaction among the uh, customers, and it is not that much effective, it will not remain that much effective. This resulted in 5 Campbell salespeople calling on retail stores who were dissatisfied with the service. Geographical sales organization helped the company to achieve its objective and stated above. So when they change themselves from product specialized organization structure to geographical organizational structure, then these problems were solved. So product specialization we will study in the next video. Thank you so